Welcome. This is Caroline Balinska, and I wanted to put together this really quick training video on how to use Facebook graph search to find targeted leads. So what we want to do is come to our Facebook account, make sure you're logged in, and come up here, and where you can type people's names and things like that. I want you to use one of the following. So for instance, you can see down here, I've got in the corner, I'll move it up a little bit. People who like, people who live, women who like, women who live, men who like, men who live. So these are the sort of things that you can start to type. So let's say, for instance, we say this: people who like. Now, I got asked this question by one of my clients. Her name's also Caroline, actually, and I got asked a question by her. So I just wanted to give you an example of using her business if she was to do this. There it is there. People who like, she's not down the bottom, balanced, there we go. So I'm going to take up that little bit there. So this is as an example. You can do this to research people who like you, if this was your business page, or you can do it to research your competition. So for instance, my client Caroline would actually type in here her competition to have a look at what they're doing, but of course you're researching yourself as well to see what people also like. So let's go. Click enter, and then you're going to come to this page. Now on this page you can see that there is some options here, and we've got top. Now top is just, it's going to go over a little bit of everything here. There's a little bit of image stuff, a little bit of other stuff. Then we've got people. So if we click on people, what we're going to do is women who like the balanced approach. And we've actually got all the people here, and you can start to add people as friends. You can start to see what they're doing. So for instance, if this was your own page, then you could easily find these people that like your page. However, you can also come here and just type that straight into the top and pull up the list of people who like your own page. If this was your competitor, then you could click on the person's name, you could message them, you could start to see other things they're doing. Now, people who like the balanced approach, you can look at photos also. This gives you a really good idea. There's a photo of me. Oh, there's lots of photos of me because I like the balanced approach. Okay, this is a bit awkward. There's too many photos of me showing up here. But there should be photos from other people, and if we keep, it's going to keep loading. And it's going to keep loading. That's not my photo. So, okay, there we go. So we've got Pam. No, it's all showing up. Some of these photos are not mine. So it's saying to show photos of other people who like the balanced approach. So you can start to see images, you can start to see, and it's not so much these happy snaps that we're looking at. We're looking at things like this. So you can start to see that people are putting up quotes. You can see there's another quote there. You can start to see the sort of images that people are posting who like the balanced approach. Okay, too many photos of me. Next, pages. We can also start to see other pages that people like, of people who like the balanced approach. These are other pages that they like. So you start to get a really quick idea of the sort of pages. Now, you can do this by clicking on each individual person and seeing what their pages are that they like, or this way you're getting a very generalized account of it. So for instance, this is a really good way to do it in one way, but in another way it's not, because for instance, let's say that you're researching your competitor, and your competitor has, let's say for instance, they have 500 followers, but they're your main competitor. And let's say that the 500 followers are mainly made up of friends and family. And let's say that we want to know more about people at a certain age. We want to know more about people who are under the age of 50, and we find out that most of this competitors' likes are of family and friends over the age of 50. So this way you're not going to get a good idea of if this is for, this is going to be very general. So if you go into that page of your competitor and start looking at the people that are following them, you can see each particular person, and you can say that person at that age group is my target audience, and I want to see what pages they're following. Because as it says here, this is only going to look at all the women who like this particular page. It's not going to go into details of breakdown of age groups. So just take that into account when you're doing research this way. We can also see all the women that like this page. We can see that the places that they like. And this is good because, for instance, we've got the Balanced Approach is a Melbourne-based business, and we can start to see, okay, well, my things are coming up because I like this page. And then we start to see things here, and we start to get an idea of if these people are travellers or if they're all based locally. If we started to see this is a Melbourne-based business and everyone's only liking things in Melbourne, that would be different. I know that there's quite a few things here in Barcelona that I haven't liked, so they are other things that other people on that page have been liking in Barcelona. Next one is we come to more, and you can click here and you can see which groups they're in. So you can start to see all the women who like the Balanced Approach. These are the groups that they're part of. So you can start to join them and you can start to make friends with them. So I'll give you an example. People who like, the women that like the Balanced Approach, a lot of them are in this group, or some of them are in this group of I'm a business owner in Victoria, Australia. And then you can click through there. For instance, this would be one of the groups. And you can start to, I'm already part of this group, so I've already joined it. So then you can start to see comments, and you can click on the comments and, okay, let's go on to another page. And you can see the comments, and you can start to interact with people. So you can start to say, okay, here's some people in here. We want to see more about, you can type in here the Balanced Approach. So Balanced Approach. And see if anything comes up here. And start to look down there, because these things, there's probably words that are coming up in there, but you can start a Balanced Approach. So words like that start coming up. You can start to look for different things going on in those groups as well. Now, when you go back to the Facebook graph search, just be aware, let me get you back there. So this is a really good way of doing research in some ways. However, you're not targeting a specific age group, and that's where it can become a little bit problematic. So just take that into account as well. So when we come down here, we can look at events that these people like. See up here, sorry, I was going to say, when you come back and you flip back, if you go inside a group or inside a page, up the top here, it's going to go back to, it's not going to have what you were first searching for. So just take that into account, and we want to write that back in there. Women, women who like balanced. So we just want to type that back in there so we come back to the correct area. So just take that into account, that we are looking, when you type something in here, you're not targeting a specific age. And it's okay when you click on people, and you can look at the people and sort of guess the rough age of the person. But when you come to, sorry, it's just still loading. But when you come up here to something like pages, you're still only getting an idea of all the women who like that page and what pages they're actually liking. So you're not getting so niche down into the actual age groups. So that could be a problem. So just take that into account. But other than that, this is a nice quick way of doing some research on Facebook using the Facebook graph search. I hope that helped. If you've got any questions, feel free to send me an email at caroline@onlinemarketingprincess.com, and I'm happy to help you out if you've got any questions. Thanks, and have a great day.